Alright, response video to comments. Yeah, why not? See how far I get. It's been a while on Tranquil, I think. But anyway, so kind of a positive comment, Tiny Heiny guy. This guy's starting to really annoy me. I know this is corny, but I had a moment today when I was watching my 2-year-old granddaughter eat a peanut butter sandwich that I thought it's all worth it. What do you mean, all of it? The Holocaust is worth it because 2-year-olds eat peanut butter sandwiches? And that fucking gives you a boner somehow? I mean, what am I supposed to say to it? It's not just corny. It's patronizing and insulting to my intelligence. Because you find that some kind of, like, whatever, little rainbow, you imagine little rainbows flying out of her head or something. There's something, I mean, it's like, sorry, but this is like watching a retard win the gold medal in what? Not farting. I mean, what is this shit? I'm supposed to say something besides, are you insane? I saw a 2-year-old eat a peanut butter sandwich and that did it for me. Oh, it has to be your granddaughter, though. It can't just be any 2-year-old. It has to be your special little fat, right? I mean, she's fat like you, too, right? Jesus, I mean, fuck. It's all worth it. Oh, god damn. I mean, if your granddaughter gets cancer when she's 6, it's all going to be worth it then, too? Fuck you. All of this suffering I have endured, oh, well, whatever, that you've endured while you had kids. Yeah, okay, yeah, you were in such horrible suffering that you said, gee, what do I do about my suffering? Oh, that's right, I'll impose some on some kids. And I am likely to endure is worth it this instant with all my I've endured and am likely to endure is worth it this instant with my baby girl. Life is good. Life is creepy as motherfucking hell. That's what goddamn life is. And guess why it's creepy? It's because shit like you makes comments on my videos. Really. And they call themselves Tiny Heiny when they're big fat asses. Yeah, so they're liars and to boot. False advertisers. Oh, fuck. Whatever. I don't know why you talk to the shit sandwich people. Who am I supposed to... Who, shithead? You tell me, who am I supposed to talk to? I mean, really, I'm just going to go randomly around YouTube? What exactly is... What I have to talk to people who will accept some portion of the agenda, some portion of the conversation. Anyway. Great video, imposition argument, yes, okay, it's tranquil. You're the one who is an insensitive, straw-manning piece of shit. Well, you can say that, but no, I can prove that you are what I've said you are. You suck. I'm cool. You suck. I'm cool. You suck. That's the way it works. You just fucking suck. You're a lying, slandering hunk of shit on the goddamn internet. Your comments are all crap, slanderous pieces of shit. You ought to be grotesquely ashamed of yourself. Obviously, your mother was a fucking whore and your father was a crook. It couldn't happen any other way. I mean, he could have been a slut and she could have been a liar, but something like that. Anyway, you're telling people that they are stuck here. Where? Where did I say that they're stuck here? Where? Prove it. Demonstrate it. In what video did I say they're stuck here? They have obligation. That's the damn fact of it. Okay, once you know of a problem, you sort of have an obligation to do something about it. So that's sort of the obligation part. But I've never said people are stuck here. They're in a dilemma. There's no easy exit door. They all require some sort of compromise. You have to compromise your dignity, or you compromise something. There's just no free ride. There's no free exits, which is false. Which is in capital letters means something. Like I said again, it's a false. You just straw man, you fucker. Insensitive straw manning. Yeah, that's a straw man, fucker. You won't be able to prove I've ever said we're stuck here, nor do I need you to tell me it's false. The straw man argument. This is a straw man because you're a liar. Where did I claim that it's easy to prepare to and kill oneself? Well, what you said was that it's on the individual. So once they have the capacity to say, life's a stupid game, I want out. As soon as they say that, you've said the responsibility shifts from the people who created them, and it's now their problem. So as soon as they can say, I want to die, I'd rather not have been. As soon as they say, I'd rather not have been, all of a sudden their whole binness is their fault. Now they're responsible for living another 10 minutes. Anything that happens in the next 10 minutes is their fault because they're allowing it to happen. That was your fucking cunt argument. And it was a stupid argument. The burden of responsibility is always the same on the imposer. They're responsible for every fucking thing that happens for the whole fucking lifetime of the fucking thing they created. They don't get to say, I have an exemption. Frankenstein is now self-aware, and if Frankenstein continues to live, it's Frankenstein's fault. No. Frankenstein's monster. No, it's Frankenstein's fault. Fucker. That's right, I didn't. Well, like I said, you implied that somehow the exit is so available, that it's so easy to just get up from the table and walk out the door, that you have no excuse to blame somebody that you're stuck at the table. Because you're in fact somehow not at all stuck. There's no stuckness at all. There's no burden at all. There's nothing to unglue yourself from. Your attachment to your life, to your ambitions, to the people you care about, all of those things are meaningless shit. As soon as you say, I'd rather not to have been, it's your fault if you have any of those attachments. That's what you said. Fuck you. That's right. I made an argument that the imposition part ends when you are no longer forced to be here. Well, again, this idea that you're no longer forced. Forced by what? The fact that you can't pick up a shotgun? The fact that what? You're not old enough to know right from wrong, or how to use the gun, or why to use the gun? That has absolutely nothing to do with the burdens of having to end your own life. I mean, those burdens exist, and you just pretended like they don't. And it's just so fucking offensive. I mean, people have pleaded, they've made pleading for a right to die in a dignified, graceful manner, in a certain manner. Not to be reckless or sloppy, not to have to take a chance, not to have to blow their face off. Now, you hate yourself enough that you don't mind taking a double barrel and blowing your fucking face off. Because you hate yourself, okay? So you're perfectly comfortable with getting out that way. But somebody who doesn't hate themselves isn't going to say, oh yeah, I'll just blow my fucking brains on the fucking wall over there and have somebody clean it up. Yeah, no, that's not what they think. You fucking shithead. You piece of shit lying cunt bastard. Yeah, I can swear too, and look more convincing. Yeah, I don't think so. You obviously don't look like anything, okay? You look like a Muslim lunatic. That's what you look like. You don't make videos where you talk, and present yourself in any way. You just make vile and disgusting comments, like this one. Stick your straw man in your ass, you vile, slandering piece of shit. Well, you get exactly what you've earned. That's what I hope for you. I hope you get exactly what you have earned. What you've been insensitive to, I hope, comes in big, giant buckets right the fuck up your ass. Alright. You're what, 55 years old now? Irrelevant. And you're still blaming your fucking parents for your miserable life. No, my life isn't miserable. My life actually is kick-ass. My life is so much better than all you assholes. I wouldn't, for $1 million, I wouldn't be you. I wouldn't want to be you, you little weaselly cunt. So there's nothing wrong with my life. There's something wrong with life. That's the argument, shithead. Alright? I kick fucking ass. The problem is the universe sucks. That's the problem. You could have ended their mistake 100 times by now. Yes, but I had the realization that, again, jumping off the ship doesn't stop ships from sinking. You want to stop ships from sinking, you got to swim ashore, and you got to kick the motherfucker making the boats in the cunt. And you don't seem to understand that simple logic. That the same mistake, it's Einstein thing. You keep doing the same shit and expecting a different result. No, you got to change things for things to change. Are you that retarded that you can't figure out a device or find a high enough price to jump, high enough place to jump from? Well, see what you must type this comment before you finish even watching the video. Again, that's the death method for somebody who doesn't like themselves. If you don't like yourselves, then you don't have any problem thinking about yourself dead on the fucking road, being picked up like a piece of manure, all right, all smashed to bits. You're perfectly comfortable with that idea that that's what you deserve. I claim I deserve better than that. I'm better than that. All right? I deserve the best death possible. I didn't ask to be here, and I certainly have an entitlement to the reddest carpet I could walk on to get the fuck out of here and give you motherfucking cunts the finger. You fucking assholes who make it happen over and over and over again. You're the fucking goddamn imposer, shithead. You claim to be anti-natalist, but you're nothing like an anti-natalist. Alright? You don't want to stop people from doing it. You sit there and give them every excuse to continue to do it. You defend their irrational arguments in defense of their imposition. Fuck you. Get what you deserve. Slavery. Alright, high enough place to jump from. Yeah, again, like I said, I'm entitled to better than that. Just as if I was a life liver, if I was a pro-lifer, I would claim a right to be able to go to a hospital and get properly anesthetized and have a surgery to extend my life. Well, I'm asking for the same rights to technology, the same rights to grace and dignity in satisfying my preference to give you fuckers the finger and get the fuck out of here. Leaving, appropriate explosives behind. Alright, alright. It's because you are deluded and think you have something to accomplish here that you won't end your misery. Well, again, that's your accusation. I don't think you can back it up with a single rational argument, so, and again, it's just another slander. Deluded by what? What fact have I got wrong, shithead? Can you point it out? No, of course you can't. Because you're just a lying, slandering piece of shit that's the spawn of a fucking cunt whore and a lying criminal. Yeah. You keep blaming the parents like a child and making more little victim bots who have no control over their existence. Again, it's not that they have no control, but I'm just saying that regardless of what control, we don't give 6-year-olds the right when they have cancer to say, I'd rather just die. Show me where they have a right to do that. They don't have a right to do that. So fuck you. You're saying they should pick up a double-barrel shotgun and blow their fucking heads off. That's the right you would give them. I say you're a disgusting pedophile. You're just grotesque. You're evil. You're just fucking evil. Alright. Really excellent video. Okay, well, I missed that one. Yes, there is something liberating about realizing that your life is in your hands. Well, again, that's not the point, is it? It's not in your hands. That's the whole fucking point of not having a legal right to access to something certain. Because it's not in your hands. No, what's in your hands is fucking up and leaving yourself in a worse position than you're already in. That's what's in your hand, is risk and worry. You have the freedom to end it if it gets beyond a tolerable level. Well, again, you call this a freedom. That's like saying a slave had the right to protest. He had the right to say, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, well, you have to pay a huge price for exercising that right. So again, fuck you. This is the insensitivity I talked about. You're clearly saying that somehow there is nothing. There's no burden to suicide. You're clearly saying it right here. That doesn't mean that it's easy and it doesn't require preparation. Well, of course it does mean. Freedom means easy, shithead. You really don't understand these words, do you? You have the freedom. Freedom. Freedom means you are free from encumbrances of uneasiness or preparation or any of that kind of shit. That's exactly what freedom means, shithead. So there, you've contradicted yourself clearly and overtly and completely. That's a non sequitur, and you just put those words in my mouth because that's the kind of person you are. Well, I didn't put any words in your mouth. Like I said, you just did, just like you did here. You said that they had the freedom. Freedom is a word that has a definition. You can't say somebody's free to do something and then talk about the burdens of exercising the freedom. What sense does that make? Oh, that's right. It makes no sense. So you talk about non sequitur shit for brain. I've been suicidal, so I have plenty good idea about what it consists of, you self-righteous piece of shit. Well, obviously you don't have an idea. Again, you're the one who made your comments, shithead. I didn't make the stupid, insensitive comments. You did, shithead. You implied that somehow it's when you hit 12 years old and say, I'd rather not have been, that now all of a sudden it's all on you. The burdens of killing yourself, the burdens of unraveling your life, proving your competence, doing all this shit. Somehow all these burdens are yours. And they're not the motherfuckers who put you in this stupid circumstance in the first place. You were the one saying that all of a sudden the parent's responsibility is expunged because their fucking kid reached maturity. No fucking way, shithead. God, you suck. You couldn't have defended my argument better. Like I said, yes, there is a burden that is imposed on you when they created you. Look, the idea of creation without consent is intrinsically impositional. There's no way to unravel that simple fact. Anything you do to something else without consent is going to be considered legally and rationally and appropriately an imposition. The burden is the imposition, not existence itself. Well, you can't separate existence from burden. Not in any practical sense of this, of any short-term or even a long-term future. You're not going to be able to separate the fact that there's risk associated with creation. There's no way to separate those two, so there's no way to separate your imposition of the burden risk. The burden to maintain your structure, that is also what I said. Well, again, you said it in the same way you said it down here. You use a word like freedom, and then you start talking about how you understand the burdens. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. It's fucking self-contradictory, you jackass. Having to destroy your own structure because it is the best thing to do rationally is also part of the burden. Well, there, you're just conceding that this is part of the burden. You're calling it a burden to kill yourself, and in your other comments you were basically saying the burden is not relevant anymore. Somehow somebody giving birth to you and giving you the keys to your kill yourself or something, if they leave them on the table or something when you're 12 years old, that somehow they can expunge themselves of the act of creation. Now they're no longer responsible for your life. I mean, it's just bullshit. God damn it. Nowhere do I say anything close to it's easy or it wasn't imposed. Oh, amazing. Your fucking argument was in defense of a video saying the word imposition was inappropriate. You said in your comments the word is being used inappropriately, and now you're using the word imposed. You see how that makes absolutely no sense? I mean, separating the imposition of the fact of burden from the fucking goddamn act of creation and the act of existence is just fucking idiotic. The mere burden of having knowledge of good and evil, of having knowledge of the Holocaust. You could find tiny things and say, Jesus Christ, even that's a goddamn burden of existence. This is silly. None of it should be imposed. Or wasn't imposed. Well, again, your comments were in defense of an argument stating that the word imposition can't be used. I clearly said it's life that isn't imposed, it's not the burdens. I clearly said it's life that isn't imposed, not the burdens. Well, again, you didn't clearly say anything. You said it in convoluted and idiotic, self-contradictory language that doesn't make any sense. Again, you can't say parents are exempt for responsibility merely because somebody becomes capable of recognizing they're in a bucket of shit. Fuck, you suck. Let's see, you couldn't have defined, okay. I understand that nuance is lost on that Google image brain of yours, whatever that means. and you've only good at propaganda. No, you're the lying propagandist piece of shit. Again, you're the one sitting there touting a video, praising it, essentially making arguments, saying yes, good idea, except blah blah blah. I mean, you know, you're the one playing the goddamn word games, not philosophy. But your pathetic rant was even worse than I had imagined. Well, whatever. I didn't know you pre-imagined the rant, but whatever. Good for you. Funny thing, I almost posted a comment begging you to not read my comments because I knew your stupidity would make you upset from misunderstanding me. Oh, so you already knew your comments were a little bit contradictory, sloppy, messy, that they could be misinterpreted or interpreted by somebody to be basically you saying a 12-year-old is now responsible for its life because it says I'd rather not have been. Just saying those words. Oh, too bad. Now it's all your fault, fucker. You're here because you decided to be here. That's what you said, shithead. You never even come close to arguing my points. Your points were incomprehensible shit. You can't talk about freedom and then say it's an imposition. It doesn't make any sense. You can't say something is an imposition yet the person's free. Doesn't make any sense. There is a trend to your videos. Every once in a while you will wish the worst possible death on someone on YouTube. Yes, I'm saying if horrible things have to happen in the world, they should happen to the horrible people. So all the bad shit, like, you know, the tumor lady, you know, the next tumor lady shouldn't get tumors, and instead you should get the goddamn things. Because yes, you suck. You're a piece of shit. And the shit should fall all on you. All the people who deserve this shit, all the rapists and the, you know, verbiage molesters and the insensitive shit-talking propagandists, they should all have the shit fall right the fuck on them. All you nihilist, motherfucking, selfish cunts. Yes, all the shit should fall on you. You will wish that they die a slow, painful death because they make arguments on YouTube that you, the guardian of rationality, deem irrational. No, I don't deem them just irrational. They're malicious, evil, destructive, and they are imposing, attempting to impose harm. That's all they are. There's no reason whatsoever for somebody like you to defend people having babies. There's just no fucking reason. There's no reason for you to say, oh yeah, having babies isn't an act of volition, deciding to impose your judgment on something else, your optimism on someone else. You're going to sit there and roll dice with their welfare based on your hopes and your wishes. Not on anything rational, nothing reasonable, just hope and wishes. And you're defending that shithead. So yeah, that makes you evil. Not just irrational, it makes you fucking evil. And you say they are evil and insensitive. Yes, that's what I just said. You want people to argue your points, yet you can't even make a few I can't even make a few comments about a philosophical argument. You didn't make a philosophical argument, shithead. All you did was say that somehow parenting ends when the kid's 12 years old and says, I want to live or I want to die. That's irrational in my opinion. That's just preposterously irrational. Okay, whatever you do, if you decide to create human beings, you're responsible for everything that happens because that human being exists. Everything their grandkids do, or their great-grandkids, or their great-great-great, it's all on you, fucker. And the point is everything your kids don't do is on you. If you're gonna defend this act, then you're defending the existence of the next person with elephant man disease, the million people that have to blow their brains out or jump off a building. That's all on you, fucker. You're the one that pushed them. You're the one who shoved them in front of the train. It's on you, fucker. Jesus. Without you coming out and wishing a slow death upon me. Well, like, my wishes don't mean anything, shithead. Newsflash, I'm an atheist. I don't believe my wishes go into the ether. Somebody hears them and says, oh yeah, well, Gary's saying that people should get what they deserve, so I guess people should get what they deserve. I'm just saying it would please me. Yes, it would please me if the innocent people weren't having the shit fall on them, and instead the evil motherfucking cunt pieces of crap like you had the shit fall on you. You shit talkers in defense of evil and tyranny and imposition and harm and suffering. The suffering should fall the fuck on you. Not complicated. Alright, maybe mandatory sterilization would be a good idea. We don't have to have mandatory sterilization. Just have mandatory pay for your own kids. Alright, and all of a sudden it's over. Okay? The human race is over the minute you make people pay for their kids. And I mean pay for them, pay for their education, pay for their health care, pay to do it right. Yeah, the problem's over. The human race goes extinct. I mean, they have to steal money from the non-breeders, and that's the only way they have to subsidize this thing to make it at all practical. But anyway, so you can just do it that way. You don't need to sterilize people. But certainly it would be a good idea to do that in the case of people on welfare, obviously. If they're going to get a check, yeah. We'll give you the check if you get sterilized. If not, fuck you. We'll put you in jail. Whatever. Gorilla make better company than these brain-dead mutants. Well, that's good. That's true of all human race. Yeah, it's word games, blah, blah, blah. Poodle, Susan, thingy. Such similar regards referring to as ill play. She's right, buddy. Anyway, he misunderstands his own example. Design is the plan for... Well, too complicated. But anyway, very good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So enough of this. I probably should do some of these other videos, but I'm tired. And I don't know how much I care. Well, we'll do this plain bullshit. I thought that was a good video. Plain bullshit. Yeah, that was a good video. Well, they're all kind of good videos, actually. Whoa! I hit the button. Alright. Oh, Brett Keane. His video response on the subject, but whatever. I'll make more movie. Come to Norway. I don't know what that means. I posted your YouTube video. It's Brett Keane. I would like to hear more about what you said at 12 minutes. That's what I say about humans every day. Well, I don't know what that is. This isn't going that well. He is right, but usually it's hard to do so from the outside. Just imagine what people think of you. Yes, people are full of shit, but so are you and me. Well, I mean, really, you know, the argument being made is, quite obviously, you know, that there's shit that is psychological shit, and then there's shit that's when you're talking about what reality is. And one pile of shit doesn't matter, and one pile of shit does matter. So when you're going to talk philosophy, then the shit can't be real shit. And I'm just saying that the shit I'm contributing isn't as big a bullshit as the shit people are bullshitting and calling philosophy. So whatever. And Gary, he's not an exception. Well, anyway, I am an exception, shithead. So fuck you. I'm right. I can defend what I say. And these shitheads can't defend what they do. Except by playing word games. I have rather been enjoying the sound of the cicadas. Oh, that's very nice, but it's on the subject. Simplicity of the mission, I like that. Hello, Gary. Uploaded Bob Hope, son of Paleface. Well, why would I give a fuck? Why would I torture myself watching a Bob Hope movie? Are you fucking insane? As it's very likely that there is sentient life on... Oh, this is just brilliant. You know, these people... I mean, fuck... Okay, be stupid, Benny. Whatever. Kittens. Whatever. As it's very likely that there is sentient life on other planets... There's no way you can demonstrate that with something called evidence. Just no way. I mean, even life existing, a replicating molecule existing on another planet is a stretch. Sentient life? Come on. Where do you get the evidence for this? Where do you get the evidence for this? Where? Oh, that's right. You just make it up. One must wonder how Gary is going to be able to eradicate all suffering in the universe. Well, it wouldn't matter anyway. Let's just say the rest of the universe had sentient life in it, which there's no evidence of it existing anywhere else but on this planet one time. But let's say it did exist in the universe. We know we can't travel the universe, can't even send information practically across the universe, so there's no way to fix their problems. It's a physics problem, okay? Things are moving further away from each other. We can't catch up, can't do anything about it. They're stuck, we're stuck, everything's just stuck. Alright, so the point is we got to worry about the mess here, okay? We don't need to worry about cleaning up the universe because you're just not going to be able to do that. I would expect him to detach from that suffering that is likely to be there, and it's only the same, and it's only sane to do so. Well, whatever, I can make a robot goes into space and says, I go crush, kill, destroy, crush to kill, destroy. There, problem solved. But it's just, this is just stupid. Alright, as it is very likely that there is sentient life on other planets. Again, there's nothing. You got nothing. We can't even make a life form, let alone a sentient life form. With all of our king's horses and king's men. You can't make one of those Humpty Dumptys, butthead. Demonstrate the likelihood. The Drake equation has been disproven. Well, it hasn't been disproven. It's just been revealed to be exactly what this guy did. Made up. They just made up the numbers. It wasn't fucking disproven. They just make up the numbers. They just go, well, what's the likelihood of lightning striking the head of a pin on Labor Day? I don't know, 50-50? Okay. Yeah, they just made it up. Why stop at other planets? What about multiverse theory? That's likely to. That's likely to. I mean, just amazing shit. Multiverses that's likely to. It's a philosophy only held by a third of the goddamn physicists even by that shit. Let alone you're going to claim it's a likelihood? Brilliant. What are you trying to say? That detachment from suffering and compassion is the same thing? Is the same thing to do? Is the same thing to do. I don't know what that is. That detachment from suffering and compassion is the same thing to do. I don't know what the point is either way. It doesn't matter. The point is whether there's life in the rest of the universe is irrelevant to the question, but it is a question of truth. And the facts all indicate one thing, very rare chemistry. And none of the facts indicate possibility or probability, well, not possible, wrong word, probability of life anywhere else in the universe. You can't make probability guesstimates from one sample. You just can't. It's not fucking mathematically appropriate. Enough now is enough. Okay. I feel enough, but yeah. So, till next time. I did hit the button. Let's see if it works. Nope.